In just 2 weeks, SBI agreed to spend 46.7 billion Japanese yen to acquire bitbank and led funding rounds totaling over $200 million for EDX Markets and Gauntlet. Together, these deals reveal what the major Japanese financial group now values most: regulated distribution, institutional market infrastructure, and risk control. Welcome to episode 90 of Japan Digital Asset Weekly by Wakyodo. This is part 2 of our special series on SBI Group, a major Japanese financial conglomerate spanning banking, securities, asset management, and digital assets. In part 1, we examined its stablecoin and tokenization strategy. Today, we look at the infrastructure behind it and what global companies should learn from SBI's recent moves. First, regulated distribution and liquidity. In June, SBI signed agreements to acquire bitbank through transactions expected to complete around October this year. For viewers outside Japan, bitbank is now a small regional platform. Founded in 2014, it is one of Japan's established regulated crypto asset exchanges. SBI reported that at the end of 2025, bitbank had around 1 million accounts and approximately 570 billion yen in assets under custody. Once the acquisition is completed, SBI estimates that bitbank and SBI VC Trade will together hold approximately 1.1 trillion yen in customer assets across roughly 3 million accounts. According to SBI's own estimate, that would place the group first in Japan by assets under custody. The strategic point is not simply scale. In Japan, a regulated exchange can provide liquidity, custody, access to customers, and credibility with financial partners. For an overseas company, choosing the right distribution route may matter as much as having the right technology. Second, institutional trading, clearing, and settlement. In July, EDX Markets closed a $76 million Series C funding round led by SBI. EDX combines an institutional-only trading venue with a central clearing house. Its stated use of the funding includes expanding its trading, clearing, and settlement capabilities. Why does that matter to an overseas provider? Institutional partners do not evaluate execution alone. They ask how trades are cleared, how counterparty exposure is managed, and how settlement connects to regulated custody and cash. A product can be technically strong and still be difficult for financial institutions to adopt if those operating questions remain unanswered. Third, on-chain risk and credit. 2 days later, SBI led Gauntlet's $125 million Series C. Gauntlet provides risk and optimization services from on-chain markets. SBI also participated in Morpho Association's separate $175 million funding round for its open credit network. For protocol teams, transparency on-chain is not enough. A Japanese institutional partner will also want to understand who sets risk parameters, who can change them, how liquidations work, and who is accountable when market conditions move faster than the model. These transactions do not create a single SBI-operated technology stack. EDX, Gauntlet, and Morpho remain separate businesses, and the investments do not prove that Japan's market will standardize around SBI. They do, however, show what one major Japanese financial group is prioritizing: regulated access, reliable post-trade infrastructure, and risk frameworks that institutions can evaluate. There are 2 supporting signals. SBI Crypto announced that its Bitcoin mining pool would close on July 31st without publicly explaining why. We should not assume that mining capital funded these investments. Separately, SBI and NTT have described the future venue for tokenized securities targeting instantaneous or T+0 settlement. That remains a plan, not a live market. Here's Wakyodo's take. SBI's moves reveal the broader shift. Entering Japan is no longer just a licensing exercise. It is a market structure decision. You need a regulated distribution and liquidity. You need a custody, clearing, and settlement model that local institutions can accept. And your risk framework must withstand partner diligence. For some companies, SBI may be a partner. For others, it will be part of the competitive landscape. Either way, those are the questions that decide whether your product is institutionally adaptable in Japan. If Japan is on your 12-month roadmap, use the link below to request a Japan market reality check. We'll help you access the opportunity, partner landscape, and operating questions before you commit significant resources. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.